Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. Hi, I'm Kerry and I am a Disney adult. Now, we have been going through some various tier lists of various different things to do with Disney. How many times can I use the word various? Oh look, 3. This time we are going into Disney songs, and particularly Disney songs from the 1930s, which is basically just Snow White, and the 1940s. Now, not every film from the 1930s and 40s has been included in this. Obviously, the one from the 30s, that was Snow White, so that, yes, it has been. But I haven't included Melody Time or Make Mine Music because they're ones that I haven't watched because for various reasons you can't actually get them to watch on Disney Plus, I don't believe. And a few of the other films, I haven't included Fantasia because they're not really songs, they're pieces of music, and I feel in that case I'm kind of just critiquing classical music, which just seems really weird to me. And what have I also included? The Reluctant Dragon, because there was literally one song, The Reluctant Dragon. As for all the other ones, they're in there. We have got Snow White, we have got Pinocchio, we have got Dumbo, Bambi, Sally Dos Amigos, Three Caballeros, Fun and Fancy Free, and The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Note how I've actually managed to say Mr. Toad and not Ichabod and Mr. Crane like I did in my previous videos. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, up until recently I haven't been including myself in the videos, but as Aussie Man would say on his channel, hey, here's my face. So, I'm going to be obviously in the top corner, you can see that on the right hand side, there is me, hello! And I'm going to go through all the songs and put them into tiers. Now, if you see me looking down, it's because obviously, oh, hello, wobble wobble. Obviously I have gone through these, I kind of, as always, included ChatGPT because I like to do these of my own opinion to a degree, but also a sort of as a general consensus from people who have watched Disney films. Now, this obviously means that things like Sally Dos Amigos, Three Caballeros, Fun and Fancy Free, and Ichabod and Mr. Toad are going to be lower down on the rankings because I've only seen them all once. And, you know, they weren't fantastic. They were pretty good, but they weren't fantastic because I'm not overly familiar with the songs. So they're going to rate lower. And I think, you know, another reason for that is kind of, I'm a big Disney fan. And if I don't really know the songs, then other big Disney fans are probably not going to be that clued up on the songs. And therefore, sort of, average Disney fans, not like mega fans, but the average person that enjoys the occasional Disney film is definitely not going to know those films, I wouldn't say. Or those songs, I should say, from those films. So, obviously, the more well-known ones are going to be higher up because they're more well-known. So, as far as I'm concerned, they're the things that... I'm not doing this on a classically trained view of music or anything like that because I'm not a classically trained musician. My husband is, but I'm not. So, without further ado, let's go for it. So, the first film, obviously, is Snow White. And in order of the songs, there you get I'm Wishing, One Song, With a Smile and a Song, Whistle While You Work, Hi Ho, Bloodle Luddle Dum, which is the one that when they sing when they're washing with soap, because apparently they've never really come across soap before. The Silly Song, which is the yodeling one, and of course finally Someday My Prince Will Come. So starting from the first film, the film I'm Wishing. This is a pretty strong song, this one. I'm going to not try and stay on things for too long. I'm trying to be fairly swift with the movements on this. I might not be able to get this done in one video, you know, we'll see where we go, really. So I'm Wishing, yeah, pretty strong song, but it's not one that people think of when they think of Snow White. However, in the context of does it progress the film, does it get across how she's feeling, is it relevant? Yeah, I do think it's relevant. However, is it S tier worthy? No, it's not. I'm Wishing is going in at the A tier. Okay, One Song. Kind of similar to I'm Wishing, except that One Song is kind of one that that Prince Florian sings rather than Snow White. And for that, it doesn't go on as long as I'm Wishing. It's more, obviously she's singing one song, I have but one song. But I think he sings it first, then she sings it a bit later on, where she goes, la da 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 dee da. I think when she's gathering flowers in the woods. It's all right. It's not brilliant. It's not... I think it's a little bit weird the Prince just coming along and starting to sing that to her anyway, but you know, that's the style of the film. However, it's not terrible. It's not massively forgettable. Everybody knows it's there, and that is why it is going in at the B tier. with a smile and a song. Again, I think this is a lovely, sweet song that she sings when she's obviously feeling quite low and, you know, she's found herself in the woods quite scared, but then she's realised obviously the animals are very sweet and lovely. She's feeling a little bit better and she decides when she sings and smiles that she'll feel better. And I think that's something we all need to get. I think that it puts across how the sort of personality that Snow White has, and I think it's really relevant to the film, that in a really crappy situation she's feeling pretty good. You know, she's feeling better because she smiles and she sings, and that's just a Snow White thing. So I've put it in at the A tier. Whistle While You Work. I sing this one at work when I'm doing things, and it's a very, very well-known song. So many other people sing it while they're doing things sometimes, and for that it just goes straight in at the S tier. No debate there. Hi Ho, again, iconic, totally memorable. Obviously there's the ride at Disney World, which one is it? The Snow White's, the Dwarfs Runaway Mine Train, and Hi Ho is definitely in that one. I've seen it on video, so Hi Ho is going in at the S tier. Blood Lud Lum Dum. And I think, okay, so I was trying to think how that goes in the song, and I think it's kind of a matter of type thing when they're washing their faces. The noises you get me doing on the internet, honestly. So it's not overly memorable. I don't think it even really needs to be in the film. There was also another song they had in there which is to do with soup, which they took out. But if you have the I'm putting it in the C tier, by the way. If you have the Platinum Edition, I think it is DVD that used to have the behind the scenes stuff, you actually got the sort of, it wasn't coloured in, it was just a drawn animation in black and white. But that was that song too, and that's a bit very, very similar to the Blood Luddle Dum Dum. The silly song. Now, ChatGPT put this in quite far down. I think it was maybe in the C tier, but I really like this song. I think it's really good fun. The oh no, the words don't song, the words don't seem. What is it? Oh no, the tunes are wrong, the words don't mean a thing, anything in this song. I'm singing that all wrong, but I think it's quite fun. So I don't want to put it so low down, but I'm going to put it into the B tier because it is forgettable, but it's still fun. And then finally, from Snow White, One Day My Prince Will Come. Come on. It's got to go in the S, hasn't it? Now, from a feminist perspective, it's kind of meh, you know, that her prince will come and save her, but she's a princess, so she knows essentially she is going to end up marrying a prince, and the prince does come. So obviously we don't want to have that whole concept of a woman waiting for a man to come save her, but in the context of Snow White, she actually did need a man to come and save her, because otherwise she would have died. So in that context, her prince did come and save her, and they lived happily ever after. So suck on that, Rachel Ziegler. On to Pinocchio. When You Wish Upon a Star is the Disney song. You cannot deny that. Nobody can deny that. It is like the shush. It is like the Disney song, and for that it has to go. If I could go higher than the S tier, I would, because of how much. Little Wooden Head. Now this is obviously the that Geppetto sings when he's actually, you know, still a wooden puppet and has been brought to life by the Blue Fairy. It's okay. It's again quite forgettable, so I reckon I'm going to put it in at the C tier. Give a Little Whistle is, oh, the dog's going to come over. Oh, he hasn't. He stayed on the sofa. That's pretty good. Again, a very memorable Disney song, but, you know, Pinocchio song, but is it as memorable as When You Wish Upon a Star? No, it's not. So I'm going to put it in the B tier. The dog is here now next to me. Hello. He's just looking at me. He's been like this all day, just followed me around. Hi diddle dee dee, an actor's life for me. Again, a good memorable song. It is the whole way that he is being manipulated by Honest John. And I remember it being on the Children's Royal Variety Performance around 1988, I think it was, in the UK. You can still find it if you look it up online. And I always remember that, and I think very positively of it. So by that, I don't think it should go into the A tier. It's not memorable enough, but I'm going to put it into the B tier. And then finally, I've Got No Strings, obviously. Again, an iconic Disney song, which I think absolutely has to go into the S tier. Ignore my dog in the background. We're just going to carry on with him barking away. He has these little mad moments where he just rolls around on the sofa with his bum up in the air, making these silly noises. And That's what he's doing at the moment. I might film it at some point. Who knows? Put it on as a short on YouTube, but we will go with it. So, the next film we're on to is Dumbo, and we have 5 songs from Dumbo. Look out for Mr. Stork. It's right at the beginning of the film, for those of you that aren't huge Disney films and not hugely aware of Dumbo. It's when obviously the stork's coming along and he's giving all the different animals their babies. And obviously Mrs. Jumbo is looking out for the stork, and he kind of forgets her and then remembers and goes back. So, look out for Mr. Stork. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm going to put this in at the C tier. Arguably could be the D tier, but I'm biased because I like Dumbo. So, Casey Jr. This just makes me think of the ride at Disney. I think it's at all the parks, but it's definitely at Disneyland Paris. Obviously, that's the one I go to the most. And I love it. I love going on Casey Jr. and going around the track. Should it be in the S or the A? No, it should not. It's not that memorable. However, I will put it in at the B tier. Baby Mine. Oh, this song breaks my heart when Mrs. Jumbo has been put away for being in this. Can you see this? This is the dog. You might not be able to see him. When I've done the circle around me, you won't be able to see him, but he's there. Don't you dare. I know what you're considering doing, don't you dare. Because it gets very, very distracting. Baby Mine. Absolutely heartbreaking when it's played when Dumbo goes to find his mum and visit his mum. Timothy Mouse takes him to visit his mum, who's been locked up in a cage thing for being a mad elephant when all she was doing is protecting her baby, which is what any mother would do, any decent mother would do. It's heartbreaking, it's sad. And is it massively memorable? Yes, to a degree. However, I don't think it's S tier worthy. I do think it is A tier worthy though. Pink Elephants on Parade. Again, now ChatGPT put this quite far down, but I think it's an incredibly memorable song from Dumbo. I'm not going to put it in the S tier as much as I really, really want to. But you know, drunk elephant and mouse seeing bubbles become giant elephants and then sing this song. Brilliant. Okay, on to When I See an Elephant Fly. Again, a really iconic Disney song. ChatGPT actually didn't even list it initially. It left when I asked for the list of all the Disney songs from the 30s and 40s, it obviously came up. But when I asked it to give me a rough idea of where it should go in a tier list, it missed it out. So I added it back in. I think it is an incredibly memorable song, and I'm putting it in at the S tier. So forgotten by ChatGPT, but S tier song. Bambi. As you guys know, I'm not a big fan of the film. Love is a Song, I don't even remember. However, I'm not going to be too harsh on it, but I will put it in at the C tier. Little April Shower, ding ding ding, Little April Shower, is memorable enough for me that I'm going to put it in the B tier. Let's Sing a Gay Little Spring Song. Let's not, because Bambi's mum has died shortly before, and I am not sure how I feel about that. So, I feel very sad and annoyed about it. And Looking for Romance. See, now, I don't remember this song too much. I believe it was the whole him and Faylene thing towards the end, you know, before they almost die in a fire. But I do recall from looking at what ChatGPT said, it's a little bit more memorable than some of the other ones. So let's put it in at the C tier. Again, I'm aware this is a very, very biased list. Sorry if anyone is greatly bothered about that. Feel free to share your rage down the bottom in the comments. I deserve it, really. Saludos Amigos. I don't even remember the songs from Saludos Amigos. They had 2, apparently, and I don't remember them. However, this being the title song from the film, I am going to put it in at the B tier. And this one here, I'm putting in at D, which is what ChatGPT did. So, you know, this is the best we can do with this one, where ChatGPT has put them. GPT seemingly didn't think much of the Three Caballeros either. So, Bahia is going... Oh, I don't like this. This is bothering me. Is going in at the D tier. Have you been to Bahia? So I think that's Bahia, and that's Bahia. Difficult to tell the difference because I don't speak Portuguese. But I just remember this was just, oh my God, it just went on forever. It was Jose just singing about how much he loved Bahia. And as for this one that I can't actually pronounce, Os Kandan de Yaya, for some reason when I hear the word Yaya, I think of Nandor from What We Do in the Shadows. I don't know why. Yaya. Just sounds like the sort of thing you'd say. So maybe he did say it in one thing. In an episode. Maybe that's why I remember it. But yeah. Oh, look at me being all OCD with this. Make it nice and neat and tidy. Okay. The song The Three Caballeros. ChatGPT actually put it in at the A tier. So obviously it is a... yeah, I do remember that one quite well, and it is quite fun. I believe it's on the ride as well at Epcot. So let's be really nice. Even though I hate the film with a fiery passion, let's put the song in at the A tier. Fun and fancy free. Again, I'm going to be just going with what ChatGPT has said on this one. Oh, look at that. That's really annoying me. Because I just don't remember the songs. I remember Say It With a Slap because, well, it's a song about expressing how you feel to a woman by giving her a slap. So, I'm a happy-go-lucky fella. ChatGPT put in at the B tier. So there you go, little guy. Too Good to Be True, it put in at the C tier. If you're really, really familiar with these films and you disagree with where I've put them, please let me know in the comments. Say It With a Slap. I mean, it's memorable because of what it was, but ultimately the song wasn't very good, so we're going to put it in at the C tier. My What a Happy Day, also the C tier. Fun and Fancy Free was the song right at the beginning, and I do vaguely remember it. Oh, look at this. So I'm going to put it in at the A tier because it is the title song of the film, and quite frankly, because ChatGPT put it in the A tier too. And Fee Fi Fo Fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. I smell the blood of an English woman if I get this wrong. Was put in at the D tier. Clearly ChatGPT was not a fan of it. By the way, ChatGPT on this particular, like the Disney YouTube planning chat, she getting sassy. She getting funny. She threw in a Pocahontas song for a joke during the list and actually put, only kidding, just checking you're paying attention. AI. Brilliant. Okay, Ichabod Crane from the event. So finally, on to the adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. There were no songs in the Wind and Willows part, so we can't include those, but there were two in the Sleepy Hollow segment. The first one being Ichabod Crane. Not brilliant. Quite forgettable, really. And then finally, The Headless Horseman. ChatGPT actually put this in at the S tier, and so I watched it on YouTube before filming this video, and yeah, no, fair play, it's pretty good. So we are going to put it in, not the S tier because there's a bit much, but put it in the A tier. So there we have it, all pretty even really. I think sort of when we go a bit further on to more well-known decades, particularly the 70s is obviously, 60s and 70s are very it's a big couple of decades. Also with these ones, the rest of them, I'm not going to be mashing them together like I did with the other ones. So it is going to be, the next video is going to be Disney songs from the 1950s, then Disney songs from the 1960s, etc. to the 90s again. What was I saying? I digress. ADHD, what can I say? Yeah, that list's pretty good. I think it's going to get more diverse as we go on. Hopefully less in the D tier. But again, there are quite a few films in this decade, in the 1940s that are quite forgettable films that people don't really know that well. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching my video. Hold on. Editor Kerry here. And I've forgotten one very, very, very important song from this list. And I can't believe I've forgotten it because it is possibly the greatest Disney song that has ever been written. And that is, of course, the Araquan Bird song from The Three Caballeros. Obviously, this song is amazing, so it's going straight in at the S tier. as I said, I would actually put it even higher than When You Wish Upon a Star if I could. Anyway, once again, just quickly, thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!